Hey, it's your girl Angela.
It's your guy Mike D.
And we are the Uncomfortable Truths Podcast, presented by NSN, live from Brown Sugar Water Studios.
We created this podcast to have unfiltered, unapologetic, and authentic conversations through the lens of a Black millennial couple.
We'll be sharing stories about everyday life while also providing insights. So kick back, grab your drink, and let's get into the uncomfortable truth.
And yes, we are back for another episode of Uncomfortable Truths. Yes, I'm here with my baby, Angie. How are you doing? Are you ready to pop?
I just got a big old yawn.
See?
But I'm super
That's what
ready.
I'm saying. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I told you, you put some pep in your step.
I got it.
The people need us to talk about this important topic.
Talk about this very important topic today.
So before we get started, you are yawning. So how's your energy? Are you a little tired?
Yeah, and this room is like a little warm.
And it's dark, like a womb in here.
Wow, this would be like the worst womb ever. Because women do it better.
Oh, okay. Hashtag
Okay.
shout out to women.
Yes.
Hashtag Black women. All right, what else?
What's up going on with you?
I'm Gucci. We had a nice walk with Lily. We're gonna get to her soon.
Look at you promoting Gucci.
Hey, get at me. I could be a brand ambassador. What else? Worked. That's about it. You made some good dinner. We've been eating for the last couple of days, so
Yeah.
I'm full. So I'm ready to pop. But let's check in with Lily. How is Lily doing?
Let me check. She's under the table. She's good. Just grooming herself per usual before she takes a little
activities.
nap. Today she made us walk her 3 times because someone wanted to walk her 3 times the other day. So now this dog is a 3-walk dog. Versus a 2-walk
nice.
dog.
I mean, it's 8:00 right now, and it's still light.
That's true.
No problem. Sure, it's tricking her. I do want to reveal a little secret. It was a chance that we would have been shouting out a different member of the family if things would have went separately. You want to let people know a little bit about that? No, Angie's not pregnant. Just make
That
it
threw me
know.
off. All right. So, no, last Sunday was Mother's Day. So the Sunday before Mother's Day, one of my friends was giving away a dog. So that dog became my mother's dog, and that dog's name is Pops. But we renamed the dog to Cool Papa at my mom's house, and I call the dog Poppy. Like a poppy seed or a poppy flower. So, yeah, it's a nice little, super nice dog, Bichon Frichet. So that is
fancy.
the second dog in our family, and I'm so happy.
Well, it's kind of dope because we talked about Lauren, how we ordered the cake from her, and y'all was able to chat it up, and then like that Sunday, she texts you like, "Hey, are you looking for a dog, right?"
Yeah.
I'm assuming you must have told her that when y'all. Okay, so she's like, "Hey, you want a dog?" And like it all happened so fast. Like I was just washing clothes and getting stuff ready around the house.
Folding
to like,
socks.
to like, all right, well, I guess we about to drive 30 minutes to pick up this dog, and so far so good. Pops has immersed herself to the family. We kept Lita, and your mom got Pop, so those two still have to meet each other.
They are not friends.
Not yet. No,
'Cause
Pop's a little he 11, but he's still a little horny still.
He definitely smelled her cooter the first time they met. And I was just like, not
Lita.
he smelling her cooter.
Lita wasn't going for none of
Lita
that.
hated it. She was like, oh, I'm about to bite his face off. I said, I do not need to be heading to the dog emergency. So, y'all, whatever your faith is, just send positive vibes to our dogs. Our dog and my mom's dog meeting.
Yeah, right.
Because they got to get along.
They do.
They really have to get along. Like, there is not a scenario in which they don't. Because I'm never paying boarding fees.
Yep.
At a kennel, because Lita will fuck them dogs up.
You hear that, Lita? You better.
Lita, get your shit together.
So, I want to take a little moment, a little break. So, if we get any advertisers, you can go right here. Any sponsors, you can go right here if you want. Also, give you about 4 or 5 seconds to go ahead and light up go ahead, pour you a drink. Take a shot for us. We are not drinking, but go ahead, get your mind right because this episode is for you. You probably was watching TV before this episode. You probably about to watch TV when you get home. So that's what we're talking about today. Today we are talking about quarantine TV.
Oh my goodness. How much TV have I watched over the past year and 3 months?
I would say you watch more television in the last year than I watched since I moved away from Buffalo, probably.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Michael.
But I've watched more television since I moved away as well.
Okay.
The last
thank
year.
you. So quarantine TV. Y'all, TV just got taken to a whole new level in our lives, our relationship, because I feel like we're a couple that takes the pandemic and staying at home seriously, whether we like it or not. Mm-hmm. I mean, we are fully vaccinated.
Not yet. 6 days.
We're not. The 2-week period is not over. Yes, we're following the 2-week period. I know some of y'all aren't. No judgment. But just make sure you still mask up because, baby, it takes 2 weeks if you got the Pfizer in them. So you won't see me for another weekend or so. But on that note, we've been spending a lot of our time just watching the television.
Yes, we have. So let's get into it.
Let's get into this TV and how much TV I've been watching as well as Mike.
Well, so before we get into the actual shows, let's talk about the ambiance. Like, what's your setup when you're watching TV? How you like to be? What's the best way to watch TV?
I never thought about this. I guess after I've completed things I wanted to accomplish for the day, so my mind isn't
No, I don't mean
racing.
Like that. More so you got snacks. You're not drinking anymore, but in the past,
I used to be high as heck,
smoking,
woo!
Lights on, lights off. What's up?
Woo! I used to be on Mars watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. I said, you see Portia and them all the way from Mars. So ambiance now that I've given up alcohol, weed, and everything else, I just pop some popcorn, or me and Mike, we have our nice reduced fat ice cream, like Halo Top or the Audi version. Shout out to Audi. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just that and some water because we don't really have juice.
No, we don't.
In the house, we got orange juice, but sometimes you don't want to drink orange juice at 9 p.m. at night. Right. So yeah, that, and I like to, have my feet up on the couch under a comforter. It's just something about having a comforter on the couch that's very comforting. You see what I did there?
No,
All right.
I did.
And I also like having, sometimes I like doing a foot bath too. Mm-hmm. I bring a little foot bath tub to the living room area, and I smell like eucalyptus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do a little foot scrub and stuff. I want to thank my friend Antoinette for getting me that foot scrub because, girl, I still use that. My feet is soft. Don't my toes look good? Mm-hmm. My feet look good? Mm-hmm. See, that can keep me together. Get you a foot bath and watch you some TV and work on your feet. Men and women. I know y'all be having them claws.
I'm crying. So, yeah, for me, I'm not really a big drinker during watching TV.
I used to be a big wine drinker. Oh,
you're right. I have some wine, but as far as liquor, shots, that's not the move. But
remember that one time though we took shots when we watched Insecure and we were playing Resident Evil?
Was every time Lawrence did some fuck shit,
or Molly did something.
Oh no, it was Molly. Every time Molly did something, we had to take a shot. That was wild.
And then we ate ice cream and then we played video games or something.
That was dope.
It was dope.
So,
okay. That was quarantine TV too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Was that quarantine TV? I thought it was a little before. That was a little before.
It was?
Yeah, that was in February when Insecure ended.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But so for me, I like to smoke and watch TV, watch a movie, and sit there. Then I'd be locked in. You've seen me. I'd be watching these movies I'm in it.
Yeah.
Especially if I get me an edible or something, but not really doing that right now. So, but I've been watching a lot of basketball, and luckily we have 2 TVs right next to each other.
we have the 2 TV set up. It's like a entertainment center up in our living
And
room.
no flex. The TV was free. And so I have TV on basketball on one TV. Then you have and something else on another TV, and that's how we able to we don't gotta fight about you already watched this and now I want the TV. So luckily we don't have to do that.
Look at us finding solutions.
Yeah, just buy another TV. So all right, so that's got the setup. You all set up. You got your popcorn. You got your foot scrub. What are you watching? And what apps? What app are you watching? And what shows are you watching? Because so many of them.
We have so many apps. So
shout out to everybody that I swung to log in. Y'all the real MVP.
We love you guys so much.
We don't pay for nothing.
We don't pay for anything. Like
the real MVP.
We don't really pay for anything. So I'm just so happy to have all of them. We have literally every single streaming service except for Zeus Network, which I just discovered.
Zeus. I'm crying. I think they went bankrupt. When we first met, you used to judge me.
For?
Because I would go on Facebook and ask people for logins.
I did not judge you.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry you didn't. Yes, you did judge me. You should not be doing that.
I did not. Well, you put it in your, as a status. Yeah. And you're, friends with, 1,500 people,
I'm friends with 600 people.
Nah.
800.
Nah.
All right. At that time,
I was not judging you. I was just skeptical. I was like, it's no way you have 10,000 friends.
Hey, you only need one.
That's me.
You only need one.
Kidding, it's not,
but so some good people came through. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to the community. We really appreciate it.
If we ever get something, we will share it.
What we gonna get? Y'all gave us everything.
You're right. Maybe we get Zeus. We swing Zeus to everybody.
I'm not getting Zeus. I seen one preview. I said I'm not. I said this not for me.
I think Kevin Hart had a movie on that joint. I kind of wanted to see.
This not for me. I'd rather watch Tubi.
Oh no, he was on Tubi.
Tubi free. We got the commercials though, but I don't really watch it. I offload that off my phone. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, commercials. I thought about that too. I just.
So
thought
you
about
said
that. So
what we watching?
Yeah.
All right.
What apps do you like to watch, and what shows on those apps do you like to watch?
All right, so these are past shows to current shows that I'm watching on each app. So for Hulu, y'all, Hulu is my top app.
Well, let's save Hulu for last then.
All right. So for Netflix, I'm really into the home decor and organization. So I really enjoyed the home edit. Man, they really know what to do with those containers. I didn't even know. I started looking at our house differently, especially because we're making a move soon. And I also watch Marriage or Mortgage, which got a pretty interesting conversation going between me and Mike, but we won't discuss that here. Then on Disney Plus.
Well, before you move off Netflix,
okay.
I wanted to talk about Netflix for a second because I don't know what's going on with them. But it's kind of sad when I wrote down all the different streaming apps, I completely left off Netflix until you said something.
I'm crying.
And at one point, Netflix was the top dog. It was Netflix was the streaming.
Yeah, I feel like Netflix made streaming.
And now they are almost getting passed by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if you feel that way. Hit me up. Leave something in the comments if you feel like Netflix is on the decline.
Well, in terms of TV shows, they only have a few to offer in a very niche.
Yeah, a lot of people NBC took a lot of their stuff back because they got the Peacock.
Yeah. So I use Peacock now to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I watch the reruns on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting to that later. But so for Disney Plus, me and Michael, we watched the nature documentaries. We was just watching lions and tigers and whales and stuff
and
in the ocean.
And I watched a terrible Winter Falcon American Soldier.
You shouldn't even bring that up.
It was so bad.
You shouldn't even bring that up. That was
the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was one of the worst TV shows I ever watched. They should be ashamed.
That TV show is a straight conspiracy trying to make you happy to be an American and not have to be a terrorist.
Smashers, it was terrible.
Yeah, I was from the few things that I saw, I was like, y'all didn't have to kill this girl.
To me, that was a money grab. And when we talk about HBO, I do want to bring up that because a lot of some shows seem like money grabs
Man.
at this point.
Yeah. So going to Showtime. Showtime, we watch Couples Therapy.
That was dope.
Now that is your show. You got me onto that show. What did you like about that show?
It was just dope hearing couples talk about their issues, and they would just have totally different perspectives of what was going on in the same situation, and then having an outside party there who
A therapist.
yeah, having a therapist there who just I'm just listening to y'all talk and explain the situation to me and can kind of find some type of middle ground and find what that person was kind of doing wrong and the other person was doing wrong and they can kind of work on it to get better. And a lot of the times people were just in the cycle of you do this, I do this. So once I do this, you do that, and then I do that, and then every day we are doing the same thing, and without even realizing that we are in the cycle. And having her break that or help break that was dope, and it started having me think about our cycles and how we had a couple of those. When I do something, you do this, and I feel some type of way, and then I put that on you, and that kind of helped us deal with a lot of that.
Yeah, we were able to get some solutions. And the therapist really kind of inspired me to think about therapy in the long run as a career.
I heard you on the phone earlier.
Maybe. So, yeah, definitely not anything in the near future. I'm not putting no dates on it, but it's something that I am considering given my own journey with mental health and the type of career opportunities that offers. So
shout out to therapy. We're gonna have a show on that too eventually.
yeah, therapy saved me, changed my life.
All right, what else you got, baby?
So, because that was the only thing on Showtime, y'all. I mean,
Oh,
there was something else
Your
that you
Honor,
watched.
Your
All
Honor.
right, I ain't watched it. I ain't want to see no trauma. I said this looked like Us and Them. I passed. Skip me.
Us and them. Like you
Skip
playing
me.
spades. I'm crying. It was okay. It was Bryan Cranston. He did a good job. It was decent show, but nothing to write home about.
Sometimes I just can't watch television shows where the protagonist is a white male. I just can't. I can't really empathize with the character. I can't root for him because I'm rooting for his demise sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ooh, I got my own biases to deal with. So let me just watch something like Insecure where at least I'm affirmed on like
Yeah.
TV. And I know that's something that I struggle with, right? So in terms of even thinking about that, it definitely, it's like sometimes if the writing is good, I can bypass or intentionally choose not to think about how this show is so white. Mm-hmm. But if it's not good writing, like to me, that show was not good writing. I couldn't get past the fact that this show is just so white. Like I need to see TV written by black people. I need to see black people in front of the camera. I need to know they're behind the camera, that they're being treated ethically so that I can actually enjoy the show. Because racism is just so pervasive in this country that even impacts how I watch TV.
Yeah, exactly. That's because I told you I was gonna stop watching Your Honor just because like they blew up a family of black people and kids. It was like,
and it's like what? Even like them beating up a little like this white mafia family beating up like a this young black boy. I couldn't watch that. I just could not, because it's like you don't have to turn on the TV to see shit like that. All you gotta do is go down the street, look like you doing up to something. And it's like our proximity to death and like harm and trauma in this country is just always so near. Every time we leave the house, even in the house, that sometimes I don't want to watch shit like Your Honor or Them, right? I already seen Us. Like what I watched them for. But anyway.
But I would say that I went on Twitter and a lot of people had the same thoughts as me. But it was people that live in New Orleans that was saying like, no. Like I hear what y'all saying, but this is like a true representation, authentic of what's really going on. So once they said that, like, okay, I can appreciate that at least. Like this is their story being told, and they were happy about it. So
well, I looked at who was telling the story, who was writing, producing, directing, casting leads and stuff. But still, for me, the point of view from This Is Us, I was just like, I'll pass. So,
and you watching The Handmaid's Tale now?
We
how
gotta
you
get
with
in the
that?
Hulu. Hold on.
Oh, that's on Hulu? Okay.
That's on Hulu.
All
Hold
right.
on. So
Stars.
next we got Stars. So with Stars, y'all, I started and finished Power.
You did.
All 6 seasons. Talk about a feat. When Mike said I watched a lot of TV, y'all, I watched a lot of TV, and I was not sober during a lot of those episodes. That's when I was still, doing my thing. Power was good. It gave me something. It wasn't great, but it was good.
The first season was great.
Well, I wasn't a fan of Angela.
That's kind of ironic.
It is. And I think I tried watching Power a couple years ago, but I'm not a fan of Angela. But I'm always rooting for families to stay together. Mm-hmm. So the Angela factor for me was just
I respect
look at
that.
us giving many reviews. Anyway,
Power was my show.
Yeah.
Me and Jasper used to watch that joint every Sunday.
Oh
And
yeah, that
I
was.
never watched that sober. Ever. Every time I went over to Jasper's house, we went for a little walk. Shout out to my guy Jasper. I might text him after this. But yeah, so Stars. Is that all that Stars have? Was Power?
What's the one with Tariq? The Ghost Book
Power,
too.
Ghost Book. Yeah, but that's Power, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the Power Baby. So the Power Baby, talking about Tariq. I mean, I was really pleased with Mary J. Blige's performance.
Shout out to Auntie Mary.
Yeah, she killed it, from the weaves to the outfits, just to the dialogue.
Yeah.
I really believed her.
I believe her.
Yeah, I didn't believe Tariq. I said I still have a hard time believing him.
I don't know, man.
But his professors were out of line.
Oh, they both was out of line, and Don Tariq.
They weren't written well either. I was like, who wrote these people? Since I'm in the writing now, I actually think about how a scene is written and how the dialogue is, written.
Yep.
And how the actors, manifest the dialogue. And I was just like, it's like, I don't believe these professors. And they sleeping with their students and plagiarizing students' work. I mean, I definitely had some iffy professors at Georgetown. Not at that boo-boo school, but...
Tariq definitely was a sociopath because he had no feelings towards really anything.
Yeah, once he saw Raina,
like he didn't kill about 4 or 5 people. Killed his pops, killed his professor. Spoiler alert. Killed.
If you ain't watched Power, I ain't got no spoiler alerts for you.
He's selling drugs through school. Like he have no remorse about nothing. Like he's just. But I talked to Tariq.
Yeah, but so the Power, if you want to get like your little, if you're into urban fiction or, you into stuff like that, Power's good. I want to say some of the plots to some of the shows, like some of the episodes, like some of the schemes, I was like, oh, I like these little plot twists, but towards the end, I said, okay, now y'all just stretching it out. Like, y'all, this not even good no more. Like, season 6 was trash. The other show I watched was P-Valley. Really got nothing to say about P-Valley.
Yeah,
but
that was wild.
That show was wild. I was just like...
M-I, cricket letter I, cricket letter I.
I was like, what is the difference between P-Valley and porn? Because I just...
You was like, oh my God, I saw a shaft. I was like, what? I was like, what? What's going on in there?
Yeah. I know I'm still cringing because it's like, okay, y'all, the writing wasn't good. It was a decent storyline.
Yeah, I didn't really watch that one with you.
It was a decent. I mean, you could, but I think you would rather watch whatever you're watching now, which is what?
Nothing. Basketball.
Oh yeah, watching basketball. So yeah, I finished P-Valley in like a weekend. But the real P-Valley is on YouTube called Stripper Boot Camp with Stripper Life Bree. Now that is a very interesting YouTube episodic TV show. Like sometimes you can find like some gems on YouTube. We didn't even get into YouTube TV shows, but
it's a sports show. Uncomfortable Truths and a Sim. Please subscribe.
Yes, also plug. So yeah, those are some of the shows on Stars that I like definitely recommend.
Okay.
Now we gonna move to my favorite,
Let's get to it.
Hulu. What do you watch on Hulu? Or what have you enjoyed watching on Hulu?
Only thing I watch by myself on Hulu is Snowfall.
Snowfall wasn't a bad show, but when I found out that Franklin was from Britain, I thought he was actually like from the U.S.
No, I'm telling you, all the black actors, actresses about to be coming from over there.
But I don't get it because there's so much talent here. And like, this is a conversation that you have to approach delicately, right? Because you don't want to say the wrong thing. But at the same time, like, there is natural born talent here.
Some people say they act better over there.
We're not about to get into that conversation. Well, I did start the conversation, but I wasn't fully invested in the show. Like, and here's the thing that you all are like hearing about me. I want to like shows for what I see and then how it's made because I am in like the creating phase. Like, I like to think about, what went into it and what are the choices that people made, because I get a lot of my inspiration from television. But when it comes to some of the casting choices, I'm just like, we have to not limit the roles that, I guess I just want to see African Americans get opportunities too. Mm-hmm. Like, I think everyone should get opportunity, but and here's the thing, it's not that much opportunity to begin with, one.
No, it's not. Well, at least good opportunity.
The good ones with the big marketing budgets and stuff. But it's just like, I really want to see African Americans, Black Americans, what have you. I want to see us winning too. Like, culturally, like that means something to me. Like, if like, let's say what was that movie? I didn't watch Aretha because I didn't want to see it. Like, let's say Jennifer Hudson played Aretha in the Aretha movie. I might have watched it. When Andra Day, I believe she's Black American, like Billie Holiday. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. Like, she did that very well. Like, and that's the same thing. Like, I care about who's the main lead. I care about where they came from, or if they understand this experience, or where their interactions with people who actually live this life. Because rarely do you see people portray lives on TV that they live in real life, unless they're like, I don't know, billionaires. But like, if they're playing the common individual, and if they never actually came from this lived experience in this country, I don't believe it. There's a disconnect for me because I can't get past it. It might be great talent. Like, I ain't gonna lie. What's the name? Daniel Kaluuya? Yeah.
I mean, he played Fred Hampton.
He did, but I would have wanted to see.
I am a revolutionary.
Denzel's son. Okay. So
shout out to John David
or Lakeith Stanfield. I love Lakeith.
You didn't even watch Lakeith was in it.
I love Lakeith.
You didn't even watch Malcolm and Marie with John David. Okay,
because it was written and produced, and the whole team behind it was white, and it was very obvious. I did not want to watch Malcolm and Marie. Now we get into movies. We straying from the topic. We talking about television.
But I'll let you get into Hulu, but I like that point that you just said, and that's why I watched Lovecraft Country on HBO. I'm not sure who the dude that wrote the book was white, but definitely everybody else in it, besides the one white chick, was black, right? Black male lead, had his dad, was Omar from The Wire, Letty, Julie. What's it? Jussie Smollett, his sister.
Journey.
Smollett. Journey or something like that. So that's why I watched that. Just seeing black people in sci-fi, like I was all for that.
Oh yeah, that was your show, HBO. Mm-hmm. I don't even have any HBO shows on my list.
No Game of Thrones on your list?
No Game of Thrones for me. I tried Game of Thrones, and then I saw somebody's head get pressed open. I said, "Sir, I'm gonna have to skip this for my sanity because I don't even."
We gotta pick that back up.
I know, but I'm like, it's so.
It is very graphic.
It's so, demonic. Like, who thinks of this stuff? Are y'all okay? I really want people to sit down with a therapist or a psychiatrist and just really think about the images you're creating for people to consume, because representation has a lot to do with how we act. And You know.
Yeah, that was rough. That definitely was rough. I think I
That
warned you.
that was rougher
like, hey,
than
you may wanna turn
that was
it-
rougher than the red wedding to me.
Oh, I agree with that.
I was like, oh, yo, I like so squirmish, but
Say, well, what else you got on Hulu?
um, so Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. It's the only reality TV show that I've like kept with from season 1 to season 13. Y'all, I watched every single episode from season 1 to season 13 from like last August or September, and I'm caught up now. Like, that was a show I was like committed to watching. It really got me through like the lows of depression. Like, I really got to learn who all these crazy people were. Crazy as in like they are living in a reality of their own. They seem a little out of touch, especially Kenya and Portia now. I'm just catching up, but I feel like Candy is the realest one.
I like Candy.
We was rooting for Candy.
I follow Candy
She
on IG.
really is making the bands.
Yeah, like
She's
that.
the businesswoman.
I will watch, like, I don't know, maybe watching season 1 with you, season 2, and then when I come back, you be like on season 4 or 5. I'm like, wait, who are these people? And I'm like, what happened to, like, oh, they gone a couple seasons ago. But like every time I saw Candy, she was leveraging her celebrity, the TV show, something. She was always trying to make money. Versus just being on TV trying to be messy. And to me, I mess with that. Like, okay, Candy, you here. This is a spotlight. You don't know how long you're gonna be here. Make some
Candy
coins.
been there for some. See, she ain't
Well,
never.
and she like the one with actual talent. I don't know what anyone else does, but Candy was in.
She's not a housewife, but yeah,
she was in Vogue.
Yeah, in Vogue. She's
Songwriter,
The Shy.
Grammys, yeah.
You know, she's an actress. Like she getting them chicks like that. Candy is goals. Let's see, what's another TV show? So Grey's Anatomy. I started watching Grey's Anatomy in college, so kind of just picked that up. Empire. The Empire was a very questionable TV series. I'm happy it ended because there was no way this was gonna keep on being a good TV show. Yeah, Empire been done, boo.
I thought they was just on a break.
No, they done.
It was it any resolution at the end?
I don't even remember.
Oh, that's crazy.
Ain't it? What's another Hulu TV show? So one anime. So The Promised Neverland. That's a really good anime show. Like, that's my first anime TV show I watched, and I had to get used to like the dialogue and stuff. But like, the premise of the show was just like really, really good. Like, y'all, I'm really bringing all the TV shows. I like really enjoy watching TV.
Yeah, it was good.
What is another Hulu show? Hold on, y'all. Real Housewives of
For
Atlanta.
Life.
I'm not mentioning that on my list.
Well,
For Life is not on my list, but you liked it.
Well, yes. Shout out to 50. 50 makes some good TV. I'll get that to him. It's funny. It's not that it's funny, but I mean, it makes sense. I like shows with like black male leads. You like shows with like black women lead.
I liked For Life, but then it got dumb and like white savior-ish.
Well, it got the COVID storyline.
Yeah, and it was the COVID storyline, and it's like they making all these white saviors in this show. I was like, I'm uninvested.
No, you're right. But so, what's your thought about the COVID storylines?
Y'all need to stop. One thing I don't want to do is, one, we still in this pandemic, even though some people are like, we not. And then turn around, I watch TV to like, you know, kind of like a little getaway. I can't afford a vacation right now. And like, y'all talking about the coronavirus. And it's the same virus. It's like, where's the creativity in that? I feel like it's not creative. Sure, it's a way to make people to, you know, keep filming and for people to still get in chats. Because now it's like, well, it's the pandemic and a TV show, so y'all gotta wear masks because y'all gotta wear masks for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really no creativity at all.
Nah, it's just people
and then like
grabbing some checks.
Yeah, and then y'all killing off characters. I'm like, okay, this is a money grab. But I still watched it, yes. But it not shows down the rank when they use that. It's like an easy out.
Yep, I agree. Oh, Queen Sugar doing that, right?
Queen Sugar. I didn't even bring up Queen Sugar, but I watched that on what's that on? That's the Oprah.
Yeah.
Look, we got on too. Look. Yeah, look, so Queen Sugar. Now I liked the previous see, I forgot about Queen Sugar. It was terrible last season. I don't know what the hell
What
they was
happened?
doing.
Like out of nowhere, like it's just we both just looked at each other like, yo, did something just like the acting seemed terrible, the music got awful. Like I don't know what happened.
It's like y'all used stock music.
Like jingle number 10 or something. Like
Yeah,
what is
yeah, yeah.
this?
I mean, I love the novel Queen Sugar. I like read the novel.
Okay.
And the TV show is completely different. But Queen Sugar, I mean, if you just want something to watch, I say get into it. Get into it. But the real TV show that's just always been consistent, even when it's irritating, is This Is Us.
This is us.
This Is Us. I mean, if you want to talk about a TV show that just rises to the top of like you got to see this, it is This Is Us.
That's my probably best favorite show that we watched. A new episode is out. We gotta watch it. That's my favorite episode. My
Let's watch
favorite
it
TV
today.
show that we watched together. Before we get into it, we gotta say rest in peace to Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz Waters. She was a writer for them, and she passed away. I want to say, what's it? Was it a year ago?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, I want to definitely say RIP to her. But let's get into it. So why do you like This Is Us? What is it? What is about it? If you explain it to somebody who never seen it, I guess what would you say?
It's a wonderful story.
Okay.
About real things that real people go through. And to me, this is something that they're so honest about everything. It's an honest, vulnerable show. It's like you can have mirror moments in the show where
100%.
you reflect on like life and stuff. The writing, for the writers out there and people who appreciate good writing, this show is written so
Top notch.
well.
Top notch.
Like, if I ever get into TV and movie writing, I want to work with the people who wrote This Is Us because they wrote their asses off. I have not experienced TV writing like that in a very long time. No. Y'all, I watched The Scandals. I watched How to Get Away with Murder. Yeah, Shonda. Yeah. But This Is Us.
Yeah.
I mean, the team they got there. Shit, and I was worried, I was worried for a minute, but they seem to they still have the authentic black line. I don't know about some of Beth's wigs, but sometimes black women's wigs in real life be off too, so maybe that's authentic.
I'm talking about Beth.
I love Beth, but I don't like the costume designer behind her.
Was it this season that her hair look like it's a little off?
It's a little off.
But for the most part,
it's like y'all gave her a thick.
It was she wear.
Can't cologne.
I'm gonna save my Beth take for later.
Okay.
I love me some Beth.
Yeah, it's like everyone truly means well, but like you really see what meaning well can how it can be a detriment. To the people that you say you love, whether it's like your kids or your spouse or your parents or your siblings or your sons or your daughters. Oh, I mean, well, we don't treat Randall any differently, but Randall is your black son. And you did treat him differently because he was black. And now Randall has to grapple with that. And that's something that he's always had to grapple with. So it's just like, even thinking back on the story, like if this was a book, this would be a New York Times bestseller, USA Today top book. This would be flying off the shelves, right? And I want to say it inspired me to write about family.
Okay. So,
what about you? Why is This Is Us do it for you? Like, why is it like the top quarantine TV show?
For me we're gonna talk about us later, but that's one reason. But for me, it is pretty much solely. I don't know how they did it, but they made me care about.
I care about everybody.
All the characters.
Even irritating Kevin. I
feel some type of way about everybody.
Yeah.
And it's real, like for life. Like I like the lead character. That's really about it.
I liked him in season 1.
Well, but that's really about it. Like even on Power, like every single character I wasn't invested in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right, I love Tommy. Tommy was my favorite character. You had Ghost, and you got Angela, a couple other characters, and then you got to the other DAs, and like just didn't care. But on this show, it's like everybody that is on the screen, I feel some type of connection to, and so that's why when they go through things, like it doesn't matter if it's small or big. Like I feel like I know them.
I
And
feel like
feel
they're
for
real
them.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they feel so real. I feel like I know them. And out of all the TV shows we name, even reality TV, because they, like I said, they out of touch with reality. The characters from This Is Us are just so memorable. I can tell you about Kate, Kevin, Toby,
Right.
Allison, Beth, Randall, the kids. I can tell
Jack.
you. Yeah, Jack. I
exactly.
can literally talk to you about these people like
Even Miguel. Shout out to Miguel.
like they are like our friends or acquaintances or neighbors. Like they feel like neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
But in other TV shows, I can't tell you. I don't care about Gray. What's the name? Meredith. Look, the way I care about not even the main character or the subject, like how I care about Beth.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
You know?
that'd be some Beth. So who is your favorite character?
On This Is Us.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be Team Beth.
Okay.
She holds it
She
down.
holds it down.
She
Shout out to
is
Beth.
the logical, like it's a chessboard. She's the queen, telling everybody else what to do.
Yeah.
So Randall, you keep your ass here. Yeah, Beth is just super relatable. I would love to see more of Beth's story, more of her perspective, like, because she deserves, because she's a Black woman, and the role that she has played in the family.
Yeah, she has literally been like the glue.
Yeah,
Some kind
and
of way. Yeah.
gluing Randall's broken ass together sometimes. Cause,
Even him and his siblings, him and his mom.
Yeah.
Like him and his other dad.
him, his
her
other
real
mom,
dad.
him,
like,
his real mom.
She hold it down for everybody. So, but I'm going to say Randall, even though I am Team Beth. I want to say Randall just because his character is so complicated. Like every facet, every way you look at it is complicated. From his birth parents to his adopted parents to going to school to his siblings to his relationships to his job. Like to
his kids,
his step, all of it. His new job, like all of it is so complicated, and from the outside, it looked like damn,
he got it
all
together. He, had a 2-parent household and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But like when you break down what happened in that family,
and what he went through, it's tough.
Like I almost have tears because like one, the show's written so well, but two, it's like, this is like real life for some people. Like you could say some of their problems are a little privileged, or you have to be like, middle class to have these problems, but these are like real problems.
But even at the core of it though, Kevin's an alcoholic, Kate is obese and has an eating disorder, and Randall has anxiety.
So I want to say depression too, but they really just touched on him having an anxiety disorder.
So what is your most memorable episode? Do you have one? 'Cause I have one for sure.
The most memorable episode for me had to be, the biggest mirror moment for me was when Randall had I want to say he broke down in his office at work.
Episode.
Yeah, where he was like literally shaking, couldn't move, couldn't talk, couldn't make a sound, couldn't scream. Like he was literally paralyzed because he was just so anxious. And just seeing him go through that, I was like, man, what's his name? Sterling Brown? So that's my favorite character right there.
He's an actor.
He's a wonderful actor. I mean, can this man read my books? Like, but seeing him go through that was major for me, letting me know that I am in the worst possible work situation, because I literally have a breakdown. I used to have breakdown every day with each job that I had. Like, my mental health was shit. Like, so low. Like, and I couldn't accept it. I didn't claim it. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I was kind of like Randall. And then Randall had this moment, and I was like, oh crap. Like, I need to do something different to save myself. Like how Randall saved himself. So that was the most memorable episode. I mean, but there are so many moments where we just like been like tear jerker, like, you know, just thinking about stuff, pausing and reflecting and having conversation in the middle of the episode, like so many times. Like, but this show really brought us together and allowed us to have tough conversations about mental health and work and family and just all the things that we know is life. So, what was your most memorable or favorite episode?
For me, and I want to say, I don't remember ever crying at a TV show. Like even like the Fresh Prince episode when his dad left, and he was like, "How come you don't want me no more, man?" Like none of that ever got to me. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't until maybe episode 2 after William passed away. Spoiler. And they were just going through like his whole funeral and showing what he did for every single body. And then Beth had to give his eulogy. Whoo, that tore me up. She killed that part. Like I've been thinking about just going back just to listen to it because how well she was acting, how like I just imagine being on that set when she was doing that. Like that was just so powerful, and it really felt like she was giving a eulogy for somebody that she loved. Mm-hmm. And I think that really, really got to me, just because I liked William a lot in the show. He was like one of my favorite characters because his story was troubling, and just everything that he's been through was super complicated as well as along with Randall. And to see how well she spoke about him, it was good. So that was my favorite episode. So, but I would say this TV show had one of the biggest impacts on our relationship as opposed to anything else that I can remember. Why do you think that is?
I mean, I think, I said it earlier, like, we were just able to just watch, but we also reflected because this stuff was just so real. Like, this is stuff that we, go through with family, whether it's parents, siblings. There's not really a big focus on friends except for Allison and Kate, but boyfriend and girlfriend. When Kate and Toby were like dating, and then Kate found out about Toby's like depression and his anxiety, and for me, I zero in on how mental health is depicted on TV screen, and the fact that the characters that are dealing with it publicly are both men. Like, I usually hear about it from a woman's point of view, but to see in a man's point of view and still have that sense of connection and empathy was just very, it has a huge impact on me because that representation is needed. Because without it, I probably never would have like accepted the fact that I was going into a deeper, wider hole that I was literally creating for myself, and there was no way to get out. So it just brought up like some real things about life, and it's like, okay, if I don't make a change, there are going to be some real consequences in this situation, whether it's for our relationship or just for life in general, for career, so I think this show really demonstrates the power of storytelling and using a television show to to demonstrate and to exemplify that.
Yep, no, I agree. And I think it brought down the walls, whatever walls we had that was guarding our heart, our pride, whatever. We were so vulnerable watching the show. Is that when we would pause it and have a conversation, right? We were just so already overwhelmed with emotions. Like we were having some of the truest conversations we ever had.
Yeah.
And along with the fact that I was able to see, someone with anxiety like on the screen and see how they go from just, everyday life to, trapped into this depression, and or seeing how Beth was able to deal with Randall, it gave me better insight of what you were going through. And I think I told you that, like, oh my, like, babe, I had no idea. Like, if you're like Randall, I'm sorry, because I haven't been doing my job. Like, I had no idea, like, this is what you were dealing with. And I think just being able to realize that, I think that made us a lot closer. I was able to understand you a lot more. And then you was able to just give me a little more direction on how I can be helpful with you. But also, right, I have, siblings that I have, things with. And seeing Randall and Kevin go through that, I think that made you understand a lot of the things I have going on, like with back at home and family, with a lot more. And I just think it just gave us more understanding about each other.
Yeah.
By watching other people play it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it helped us.
Yeah, it's literally the best television show on TV. There is no sponsorship from This Is Us or ABC or Peacock or whatever the hell does it. But
I know you told Jackie to watch it. I don't know if her and Bink watched it, but I do suggest couples to sit down and watch it together. Mm-hmm. If you're a guy and you feel like, I'm too tough to cry, I don't want to watch no soft stuff, that's fine. But I would advise you definitely to sit down, watch it with your lady, watch it as a couple, and just give it a couple episodes and let me know what you think.
Especially like couples who want kids or have kids, who have lost a kid. Like, this is a TV show that touches on all that. Like, another memorable moment was when, spoiler alert, we're telling people to watch it, but then we give them spoilers. We so wild. But anyway, Beth lost one of the triplets.
Oh, Rebecca.
Yeah, excuse me. Rebecca. Yeah, Rebecca Beth.
Oh, even the doctor, Dr. K. Like, so many Dr.
K. So many memorable characters, right?
Characters
and it's just so beautiful. And it's like, wow, I care about these people. I care about how they are. I care about Toby. And, what he's going through. And Kate and their son, who is... a young son living with everything. We telling everything. Well, this is a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Super big, but like, it's just our favorite TV show. I guess we'll stop there.
So we do have some more. Are you going to do the uncomfortable truths first, or you want to get into some news?
I don't know if I have an uncomfortable truth. I know I said I had one, but it's not really uncomfortable. Like, This Is Us is just the best TV show I've seen in like my past. I mean, This Is Us and Insecure.
Yes, I was Insecure.
Yeah, Insecure, This Is Us. Those are like my best.
My comfortable truth is, before we get into the news, is don't watch that much TV. Make sure you get up and walk. And that's, luckily, we have Lita. We have Lily to make us walk 3 times a day. Like you heard Andy say at the beginning of the episode, she made us walk her 3 times. Well, I only walked once, but Angie walked 3 times today with Lily, and so that kind of mitigates the effects of watching TV all day. So get up and walk. Just don't watch TV all day.
But if you watch TV all day for like one day, like, it's okay.
Or 1 month, or even a year, like we did.
I mean, when I really wasn't that, productive and like really in the lows of depression, I was like, well, I'm gonna just watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, that was your show.
And it's crazy. I literally went from watching Real Housewives of Atlanta on the couch to now I'm like watching a lot of my TV shows while I'm on a spinning bike. So I just, been able to like really work through it. What I'm going through with like, with the help of therapy, with the help of emotional support animal, a supportive partner, changing my lifestyle. It's been amazing. And now I'm really thinking about the growth that I had, like literally from the couch.
Yeah, to working out.
Because I gained some pandemic weight. Which is fine. People say I carry it well, but my body's different.
All right. I love it. So, all right. So we want to tell people what we got coming.
Yeah. So
we love TV so much.
That Mike and I...
Oh, got African drums.
don't know what's going on.
Drum roll.
Yes. But we are going to watch and then review Run the World.
Hey.
And it's going to be our YouTube only content. So that's what we'll be doing starting Sunday.
I'm excited.
So you're going to see our faces.
I don't know how close it's going to be to like Living Single or Insecure or whatever. But we'll see. I'm excited to check it out.
Oh, I did watch Living Single on Hulu. Dog, I forgot. I finished Living Single. That was good. See, the last season got cut short. Okay, real quick. Last season got cut short. I don't know why. Go ahead, babe.
And what else are we doing?
We're also going to do Raising Kanan.
Shout out to 50.
Shout out to the little power universe they creating over there.
Yeah, I'm really Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. It's a story. I mean, if you've seen Power, it's just the backstory of Kanan and just how he grew up. I don't know if Ghost and Tommy is going to be in it, young Ghost and Tommy, or just like Kanan before he got with them. But anything that 50 really does, I enjoy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's decent.
He's not This Is Us good, but he's pretty good.
But for it to be 50 Cent, like, it's better than a lot of things.
He's like Candy, making them millions.
Yeah, no, it's not 50.
Yeah, he about to be next Tyler Perry. You better watch out. You better watch out, Tyler. You better stop playing. 50 coming for
Yeah,
you.
50 becomes next Tyler Perry. I'll be crying.
It's coming. I'll
50,
be happy.
Just don't put a dress on. Just don't do that.
Could you imagine 50 in a dress?
No.
I'm crying.
No, you're not. So shout out to 50. So yes, we are going to have a YouTube series when we review TV shows because obviously we watch a lot of TV. And we just did a whole episode on it.
With some mini reviews.
Mini reviews for each show real quick. And we're going to get into it and we're going to just say what we think. Hopefully it's some dope men on it that I can review. If not, I'm coming in here. I'm going to flame y'all.
Coming in here hot.
Y'all better not be no suckers on that show. Y'all better be holding your own weight. We're going to find out.
We're going to find out. And Run the World. Expectations. I don't have any, but...
I mean, it's on Stars, right? Can't be that good then if it's on Stars.
Hey, chill out. Erica Alexander from Living Single is doing it.
Okay. Oh,
but I have I think the fashion will be on point.
The happy hour is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think the
brunch.
stuff gonna be.
Shout out to the brunch. Shout out to Mimosas. I'm sure the Mimosa budget was crazy for this.
Yeah, I'm sure they were just drinking orange juice. But yeah, that's some things that we'll be developing and bringing to a phone near you.
So as be on the lookout for that this Sunday, the 16th. All right. So we cover a lot of our TV shows. Any other TV shows that we missed?
I totally missed The Handmaid's Tale, but I'm only gonna say like season 1 is good. Other than that, I have nothing to add.
Yeah, I don't. We watched the chess thing. Queen's Gambit.
That was a TV show. It felt like a movie.
That was a TV show. We watched that.
Oh, that was good.
I watched Invincible on Amazon Prime. I watched The Boys. You don't like those shows though.
The Boys is just
that is a super white show, but it's wild.
I couldn't. It's
and then
whiter than Wonder Bread.
And the HBO been putting out terrible movies for money, and HBO used to stop. Used to be ashamed. You are robbing people.
I thought we was done with this episode.
I gotta get my HBO smoking. You had smoking for Mortal Kombat last week.
I did have smoke for Mortal Kombat.
Yo, HBO, stop putting on terrible movies, please. Even though it is free.
Just give Issa her coins. Like stop getting these other shows. Just pay Issa. Issa will keep you afloat. I don't know why I don't trust black women pay black women.
Paying all this nonsense other movies, but that's it. So I'm super excited about what we have coming. And I'm excited to watch This Is Us later.
How come I low-key forgot another TV show?
Wow, what you want to talk about?
I May Destroy You.
Oh!
I know! Oh so much TV. On that note, though.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here. We're going to be here all night.
We got to come back. Yeah, we watch so much TV.
Why am I adding this to the list?
Yeah, we got to come back for another part 2. I'm sure people are going to love this episode. If you watch TV like us, if you know any of these episodes, our reviews are going to be hilarious, I'm sure.
Yes, look, an uncomfortable truth. There's no such thing as watching too much TV because obviously, like, we take the cake.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you beating us, nah, there's no way.
I would definitely want to know, like, what are you watching? Because there's not that many good TV shows. But I May Destroy You was definitely one of them. That's why I was like, oh man, I just remembered.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised when I brought up the black people from across the pond that didn't spark your memory.
Well, they were actually over there.
Yeah,
like that's a TV show based over there. It's not based in.
Yep.
America.
All right, babe. So we all good. No more TV shows, right? We don't want to talk about nothing else.
I think I'm all TV showed out.
All right. So our YouTube TV show come on tonight. So I'm excited about that. So we're gonna have to watch that along with This Is Us. So we got some TV to watch tonight.
We got some TV to watch. So we're gonna end this right now. It's gonna be a legit ending.
All right, babe. Let's get out of here.
But before we go, always remember, it's better to be woke by the uncomfortable truth than rot to sleep with a bed of lies. Talk to you all next week.